Welcome into NBC Baseball here at X Stadium, 89th edition of the NBC World Series. Garrett Vandeventer throws the first pitch for the Cannons into the Denver Cougars. Garrett Vandeventer pitching from the left side, getting things started for the Cannons. Grounder back to second base to Jack Wagner. Wagner fires the first for the first out of the game. That was Connor Westenberg batting for the Cougars. Now up for the Cougars, Jonathan Gonzalez, the second baseman, number 7. Ball 1 delivered. Count moves to 2-0. Vandeventer pours in a strike for a 2-1 count. Cougars the visitors with Jonathan Gonzalez at the plate. 3-1 count. The defense is as follows for the Kansas Cannons. Vandeventer pitching, Mason Ray behind the plate, Hunter Jansen at first, Jack Wagner at second, Carson Proct at short, Owen Klein at third. And count moves full. Then you've got Will Dixon in left field, Tyson Drake in center, and Cale Blasey playing right for the Kansas Cannons. 3-2 pitch. Misses for ball 4. And first runner of the game for the Cannons as Jonathan Gonzalez reaches on a base on balls. And that'll bring Matt Bathauer to the plate for the Cougars. The right fielder, 3-hole batting from the left side. Runner holds. Strike 1. Bathauer from Kingman, Arizona. Goes to Adams State. He's a senior. Pick from Vandeventer. Over to Hunter Jansen at first. Runner gets back easily. And a fly ball into shallow left. Third baseman over, and Owen Klein will make the catch up the left field line for the second out of the inning. That brings up Zeke Minich for the Cougars. And strike 1 swinging for Minich. Minich the catcher. Another throw over to first. Minich from Thornton, Colorado. Goes to McCook Community College. Runner goes. Throw down. And good throw and gets him. Nice throw by Mason Ray from behind the plate for the Cannons for the third out of the inning. And no hits, nobody left. Going into the bottom of this first, it's Cougars 0 and Cannons coming to the plate for the first time.
Okay, Charles, one bill forecasting tool.
Thanks, Cheryl.
You want any weekly usage reports with that?
Oh, that sounds tempting.
It's on the house.
Oh, Well, I guess I'd better. Oh, Cheryl, before I forget, can I get the mobile app to go?
Yeah, you got it.
How do you take your energy? With Evergy, you choose from our new tools and options built to work for you.
What did he order?
Evergy, the utility company.
David Stewart on the mound for the Denver Cougars. Their defense will be as follows: Zeke Minich behind the plate, Will Brassick at first, Jonathan Gonzalez at second, Judah Wilbur at short, Mike Bathauer at third, Jack Deere in left, Connor Westenberg in center, and Matt Bathauer in right field. As the first hitter hits a lazy pop fly to Jonathan Gonzalez at second, and that'll be one away for the Cannons. That was Will Dixon, the left fielder, leading it off for the Cannons. Now coming to the plate for the Cannons will be Cale Blasey, the right fielder. Blasey, hometown right here in Wichita, goes to William Jewell. And he'll take a strike to get things started in the AB. Fouls one off down the third base line. 0-2 count to Blasey, left-handed hitter. Fouls one back, foul tip off the catcher's glove. Minich couldn't hold it. And another foul ball for Blasey to stay alive, keep the count at 0-2. And that'll be a drive back up the middle for a hit for Blasey to get things started for the Cannons. That brings up second baseman Jack Wagner. Wagner will bat from the right side. He's from right here in Wichita as well. Plays at Arkansas, or played at Arkansas. Minich has a tough time handling it. It'll be ball one. He'll foul that one back. One count to Wagner. Wagner pops it up down the first base line. That'll float out of play. David Stewart, the pitcher for the Cougars, is from Lawrence, Kansas. Plays at Texas A&M Corpus Christi right now. Wagner hits one down the left field line, and that'll get down for extra bases. Cale Blasey rounds third, and they're sending him the relay. There's going to be a play at the plate. They cut it off at third. Blasey scores, but now they've got Wagner in a rundown between second and third, and he gets tagged out. The pitcher or the first baseman was running him down, dropped the ball, but was able to pick it back up and tag him out. Wagner was blazing around second as Blasey came around third to score, and the third baseman cut it off right at the bag and had him dead to rights. So Wagner will get a double, but get thrown out at third for the second out of the inning. And that brings up Hunter Jansen with the Cannons in a 1-0 lead. Pitch misses, 2-0. Hunter Jansen, the first baseman, batting from the left side. Swing and a miss from Jansen. Three-one count to Jansen as he digs in. Jansen drives one into the right center gap. And it feels good, but you hate to lose a runner on the bases as that would have drove one in. But Jansen gets a single to get things started back up for the Cannons. And several pretty hard-hit balls for the Cannons already in this one with 3 hits here in the first inning. 2 down, 5-hole Owen Klein comes to the plate. Klein drives it. And second baseman Jonathan Gonzalez makes a diving play in shallow right field to end the first with the Cannons leading 1-0 after 3 hits and 1 left on base.
In Kansas, the oil and gas business is often a family business that can span generations.
We're a 4-generation Kansas oil family.
Oil and gas revenue supports our ranching and farming operations through good years and bad.
We work together as good stewards of the land.
You might be surprised to know there hasn't been 1 drop of groundwater pollution from hydraulic fracturing in Kansas over the past 40 years. Get the facts about Kansas oil and natural gas.
Oil and natural gas keeps this Kansas family
strong.
Welcome back into NBC Baseball. Denver Cougars back up to bat with 4-hole Zeke Minich, the catcher, at the plate against Garrett Vandevetter. Strike 1, 1-1 count. Vandevetter delivers. Strike 2, fouled away down the third base line. Minich with a check swing, and that will be Strike 3 for Minich, who was up briefly in the first inning before Jonathan Gonzalez was caught stealing, and now he goes down on strikes with the K. First K of the night for Van de Vetter. That brings up Matt Bathauer. Bathauer grounds it to third over to Owen Klein, who throws it across the diamond to Hunter Jansen for the out, number 2 of the inning for the Cougars. That brings up Jordan Wilbur. Wilbur fouls the first pitch back from Van de Vetter. Second pitch is fouled down the first base line for strike number 2. Brings up an 0-2 count. Mason Ray has a tough time handling that one. Ball 1, 1-2. That one in the dirt, blocked by Ray for ball 2. 2-2 count. Fouled away by Wilbur. Wilbur from Denver, Colorado, goes to Antelope Valley. Graduated in 2023. Ball 3 and the payoff pitch on the way. Full count to Wilbur. And he hits a little dribbler back to second to Jack Wagner, who throws it away. Wagner it was a do-or-die play. He came charging, and Hunter Jansen couldn't quite handle it at first. And Wilbur is on base with looking to see if they ruled it a hit or an error. They faced it the other way, but we'll call that a single for Wilbur. I'll be a generous official score because I didn't see it go up on the board. Left-handed batter Seth Lucero into the box. 0-1 count. Ball 1, 1-1. Wilbur on first against with the left-hander Van de Vetter on the mound. Lucero fouls it back. Lucero from Arvada, Colorado. Played at Youngstown State, currently in the portal, it looks like. And he fouls it down the first base line. One, 2 count. High for a 2-2 count. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's going to do it for the inning. No runs on one hit, one man left, and after 1.5, the Cannons lead 1-0.
As general manager of Mel Hamilton Ford for 11 years, I know what customers are looking for. great service with certified technicians, a great sales experience with plenty of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, parts and other gear to take care of all your racing needs. So when you decide who you want to do business with, choose us, Mel Hamilton Ford, and experience the difference. Hey, you know what I'm always asking myself? Is work supposed to be this much fun?
Back at the NBC World Series here at X Stadium, Owen Klein will step into the box for the Cannons. Tyson Noland up for the Cannons. Owen Klein finished the last inning with an out. And Noland takes high for ball one. In the box against David Stewart for the Cannons' second shot. Tysick from Wichita, Kansas, goes to Stephen F. Austin. Takes for ball three. Shows bunt, takes ball four, and the Cannons will have the leadoff man on to start the second. It'll bring up left-handed batter Tyson Drake, the center fielder. He takes high and inside. That's a strike to Drake. 1-1. Takes outside for ball two. Ball three misses. 3-1 count, nobody out, man on first for the Cannons. Looking to do some damage here in the second, got one across in the first. Drake grounds it to first, booted, but he'll recover and get the one at first. And Tysick Noland will move up to second on the play. That brings up the catcher, Mason Ray, who's already made a nice defensive play in the game, throwing a man out at second in the first inning. That one misses for ball one. Stewart delivers, and that one goes down the third base line and fair. That'll be extra bases. Noland will come around to score, and Ray digs for second with a double for the Cannons, and they're back on the board 2-0 with their fourth hit of the game. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Carson Procht. Wichita, Kansas native, goes to George Mason, 2019 graduate of Bishop Carroll. Procht readies from the right side. Takes a ball. And he fouls one up the first base line. First baseman over, but just into the dugout, out of the reach of Will Brassich at first. New life for Proct, 1-1 count. And a swing and a miss on a pitch over the inside corner. One-two count, one out, man on second. Mason Ray out on second. Pitch delivered. It's a ball in the dirt. 2-2 now. And he drives one into left. That'll get down, and Coach Stevenson will hold Ray right there at third, and it's a single for Proct. Men on the corners for the Cannons. And we'll have a visit to the mound for the Denver Cougars. Manager Mark Cirillo will come out to talk to David Stewart. First and third, one out. One home already for the Cannons with a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. All right, David Stewart ready to get back at it with Will Dixon stepping into the box for the Cannons for his second at-bat of the game. He flew out to second in his first trip. It's going to be a ball to get things started here in the at-bat. Fouls that one back. 1-1 count. Proct on first. Ray on third. Both with base hits in the inning. Dixon takes low. Comes set, delivers, and fouled off by Dixon down the first baseline. Dixon will hit it over to third, to second for one, to first for the double play. That's Bathauer to Gonzalez to Brassic for a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. And on two hits, the Cannons get one and lead 2-0 after two.
At Spirit, engineering is a key to defense success. Spirit Aerosystems engineers are leveraging commercial design-build expertise for defense programs. We move from design to development to the factory floor faster. At Spirit, engineers work with research and technology teams to develop new materials, apply factory automation, and build cost and production efficiencies into each project.
Left-hander Will Brassich, the first baseman, into the box for the Denver Cougars to face Van de Vetter in the top of the third. Brassich swings and misses at the first pitch. Little extra music going. Umpire had to get that turned off. Brassich dribbles it back out of the reach of Van de Vetter. And Jack Wagner tries to make the play coming in from second, a do-or-die play, and that'll be a single for Will Brassich to start off the third. That'll bring up Jack Deere, the left fielder and 9-hole hitter for the Cougars. And he'll foul it back to move the count to 0-1. And he drives that one down the third baseline, foul. 0-2 with Brassich on first. Jack Deere is from Grand Junction, Colorado, plays at Adams State. That one misses outside for ball 2. Excuse me, ball 1, 1-2 count. And Deere skies one into right field for Cale Blasey, right on the line. In foul territory, makes the grab for the first out of the inning. That brings up leadoff hitter Connor Westenberg. He takes a ball to start the at-bat. Westenberg grounded out to second his first time up. And he drives one into center, sending Drake back. Looks like he has a beat on it, and he makes the catch. Left-handed Drake moves back towards right field, but makes the catch in the gap for out number 2. That brings up the second baseman, Jonathan Gonzalez, who reached on a base on balls and was caught stealing his first go-around. He takes a strike. Fouls that one off down the first base line. Van de Vetter sets, delivers, another foul ball down the first base line. Gonzalez from Brawley, California, goes to Colorado Mesa. Another foul ball, still 0-2. 2 down here in the top of the third. That one chopped to third, and it's booted by third baseman Owen Klein. Proct is able to come over and catch it, but no play on any of the runners. And I believe that will go down as an E5. We'll make sure here. As now there's runners on first and second with 2 down. Strike in to left-hander Matt Bathauer. It looks like they actually scored that a hit. Bathauer lines it into center and caught there by Tyson Drake for the third out of the inning. After 2.5, it's Kansas Cannons 2, Denver Cougars 0. You're listening to NBC Baseball.
And I had to in this very class. Jay was drawing something up. To lead off the bottom of the third for the Kansas Cannons, Cale Blasey steps in the box, the right fielder. And he'll swing and a miss for a strike one from David Stewart. Ball one, outside. Blasey got a single up the middle his first time up. Swing and a miss out on the outside corner. 1-2. Takes outside. 2-2 count. Stewart working quickly. Blasey lines it into left. over the shortstop's head out to the center fielder for a base hit. For his second hit of the game. And Blasey gets things started for the Cannons here in the bottom of the third. There's been a lot of traffic on the bases already for the Cannons, and that'll bring up Jack Wagner, who hit a double his first time up, but then got thrown out rounding second as Blasey scored on the double. Wagner waves at it and misses. Wagner from right here in Wichita plays at Arkansas. 6 foot, 200-pound. Bats right, throws right. Pickoff play, and Blasey is picked off at first. And head coach Phil Stevenson is not going to like the outs on the bases so far in this game. That's going to be a pickoff of Cale Blasey, and now Wagner is in the box with one out and nobody on. He got caught leaning the wrong way and couldn't get his momentum back towards first. Now Wagner skies one into right, Bathauer underneath it, and he'll make the grab for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Hunter Jansen, the first baseman, left-handed batter, into the box. 2 outs, nobody on. He'll take a ball to start. Hunter from Clovis, California, plays at Pepperdine. Takes ball 2. And he'll drive one back towards second. Gonzalez up with it. And Brassick cannot make the pick at first on a throw in the dirt. It gets away from him. And Hunter Jansen will reach on a, we'll see what the scoring is. Single. Infield single for Hunter Jansen. It would have been a tough play all the way around, but Brassick could have made the pick. And that'll bring up Owen Klein, also from the left side. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Strike one poured in by Stewart as he tries to pitch around the infield single. 7 hits already for the Cannons here in the bottom of the third. Takes a ball. Strike 2 called to Klein. 2-2 count. With Jansen on first, who reached on an infield single. That's ball 3. Now Jansen will get a head start with the 3-2 count and 2 outs. If Klein can put one in a gap, it should score him. Jansen goes, and Klein takes ball 4, and the Cannons will have 2 on and 2 out. Pitch delivered by Stewart for a ball to Tysick Noland, the DH.
Nolan swings and misses to move the count to 1-1. Nolan's a utility player from Wichita. Goes to Stephen F. Austin. He skies one down the first base line, and that's out of play. Out of the reach of Will Brassich, the first baseman. Nolan gets ready for the 1-2 pitch from David Stewart, who's working a little bit more deliberately now. Nolan drives one into left, and the ball gets away, so both runs will score. Nolan's digging for 3, and that'll be a single and a couple base air, it looks like, as Jack Deere, the left fielder, let it get past him. And Phil Stevenson, the head coach for the Cannons, was already holding Hunter Jansen at third, and instead, Hunter Jansen and Owen Klein will both score on the play, and Nolan will get all the way around to third, and it's a 4-0 lead for the Kansas Cannons with Tyson Drake coming to the plate. Drake takes a strike. Drake bats from the left side. He'll take strike 2. First pitch was called a ball. 1-1 count. Two and 1 with Tyson Noland on third. Cannons had 2 outs and nobody on at the beginning of this inning, and now have got 2 across and a man on third, threatening for another. Drake hits it back up the middle to the shortstop. Across the diamond, Judah Wilbert makes the play to Will Brassich for the out. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 man left. Cannons 4, Cougars 0.
We treat everyone who walks through our doors like a lifelong customer. Our sales team prides themselves on delivering a quick, pressure-free buying experience that you won't find anywhere else. We have hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, and every one of them has passed our 171-point safety and reliability inspection.
If we wouldn't buy it for ourselves, we won't sell it to you. Come see us at any Davis Moore location or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
We're back at the 89th NBC World Series at X Stadium. Zeke Minich comes to the plate for the Denver Cougars to lead off the top of the 4th. He struck out swinging his first time up against Cannons pitcher Garrett Vandevetter. And he'll line one to third, caught by Owen Klein for out number 1. Really hard hit ball, but right at Klein, who easily makes the catch. That brings up Mike Bathauer, the third baseman for the Cougars. Vandevetter delivers, strike 1. And that one's hit right back up the middle for a single. Clean single for Bathauer. Hard hit ball up the middle. And the Cougars have something going here in the top of the 4th with a man on and 1 out. That brings up Judah Wilbur for the Cougars as Van de Vetter works with a man on. Pours in a strike. He's been working ahead of hitters well. That one misses away, 1-1 count. Four hits for the Cougars so far in the game. Fouls that one back. Wilbur falls down 1-2. That one misses inside. 2-2 count, 1 out. Minich on first. Bathauer on first. Minich lined out to start the inning. That one misses to move the count to 2-2. 1-2 rather. Wilbur hits it out to second, to short, to first for 2. That's Wagner to Proct to Jansen for the 4-6-3 double play that will end the inning. After 3.5, it's Cannons 4, Cougars 0.
Okay, Charles, one bill forecasting tool.
Thanks, Cheryl.
You want any weekly usage reports with that?
Oh, that sounds tempting.
It's on the house.
Oh, well, I guess I'd better. Oh, Cheryl, before I forget, can I get the mobile app to go?
Yeah, you got it.
How do you take your energy? With Evergy, you choose from our new tools and options built to work for you.
What did he order?
Evergy, the utility company.
We're back at the 89th NBC World Series here at X Stadium, and the Cannons will bring Mason Ray to the plate for the bottom of the fourth. Cannons leading 4-0 against the Denver Cougars with David Stewart on the mound for the Cougars. Ray, the catcher, hit a double his first time up, and he fouls one down the right field line, but foul. Takes a ball. 8 hits for the Cannons already. They've put a lot of good swings on David Stewart. And he'll swing and miss at that one. 1-2 count. Takes a ball. Mason Ray from all the way in Melbourne, Australia, goes to Coach ICC. And he swings and he'll go down on strikes for the first out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for David Stewart on the mound for the Cougars, and that'll bring up Carson Proct. Local kid. Goes to George Mason, went to Bishop Carroll, Bats from the right side. He'll take a ball to start the action. Strike one. Poured in over the outside corner. Swing at a high fastball, and it's strike two. Takes outside for ball two. 2-2 count, one out here in the bottom of the fourth. That's going to be ball three outside, full count for Proct. He'll look to find a way on base any way he can now. And he takes ball four. Base on balls for Proct, his second time on today. Got a single his first time up. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, left fielder Will Dixon. It's going to be a ball to Dixon. Dixon has flown out to second base and grounded into a double play so far today. He'll foul that one off up the first base side, out of play. Dixon from Alto, Texas, goes to Stephen F. Austin. Takes a ball inside. And Proct almost caught leaning like Blasey was last inning, but he gets back safely. Swing and a miss for Dixon. Stewart has a pretty good move to first over there. He's caught in the Cannons leaning a couple of times, trying to control that running game. 2-2 count to Dixon. And he takes strike three looking for the second K of the inning for David Stewart, his first two Ks of the game. And that'll bring up Cale Blasey, who's got 2 hits already in the game, but did get picked off his last time up after reaching first. 2 outs for Blasey. Man on first is Proct. Blasey takes high and outside. Takes ball 2. And that'll be a base hit into right field for Blasey in between first and second base. And he'll reach safely for the third time with his third single of the game. And that'll move Proct over to second base. And it's going to be a trip to the mound and a pitching change for the Cougars. Mark Cirillo comes out after 9 hits by the Cannons. They will finally relieve David Stewart, and we'll have a new pitcher for the Cougars. It's going to be Liam Hohenstein, number 20 for the Denver Cougars, coming into pitch. Right-hander. Hohenstein is from Castle Pines, Colorado. Plays at Colorado Mesa. Sophomore there. And Jack Wagner will come up to bat for the Cannons to try to greet Hohenstein. Second baseman Wagner has a double in the game. Also flew out to right. 2 on for Wagner. He takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Wagner swings and misses the second pitch for strike 1, 1-1 count to Wagner. Fouls one down the right side, out of play. Wagner with a 1-2 count on him from Hohenstein. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout of the inning for the Cannons, and that will do it with no runs on 1 hit, 2 men left. The Cannons, after 4, lead 4-0. You're watching the NBC at X Stadium.
As general manager of Mel Hamilton Ford for 11 years, I know what customers are looking for. Great service with certified technicians, a great sales experience with plenty of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, parts and other gear to take care of all your racing needs. So when you decide who you want to do business with, choose us, Mel Hamilton Ford, and experience the difference. Hey, you know what I'm always asking myself? Is work supposed to be this much fun?
And Lucero drives one into left opposite way for a base hit to start off the action here in the 5th. And that's going to bring up Will Brasich, the first baseman, also a left-handed hitter. Left-on-left matchup, second straight batter. Brasich check swings, and they'll say he went. 0-1 count. Modest lead for Lucero. Brasich with a swing and a miss. 0-2. Van de Vetter tries to get a quick out here over Brasich after the leadoff man reached. Just misses. Good 0-2 pitch. 1-2's the count. And Brasich hits it out to short. Proct to Wagner to Jansen for the 6-4-3 double play for the Cannons. And just like that, there's 2 outs in the inning. That's going to bring up left fielder Jack Deere from the right side. 2 outs, nobody on. And he drives one to left, and Will Dixon's running hard back, but makes the catch. Nice running catch by Dixon. No runs on 1 hit, nobody left. And the Cannons, after 4.5, lead 4-0 over the Denver Cougars.
At Spirit, engineering is a key to defense success. Spirit Aerosystems engineers are leveraging commercial design-build expertise for defense programs. We move from design to development to the factory floor faster. At Spirit, engineers work with research and technology teams to develop new materials, apply factory automation, and build cost and production efficiencies into each project.
Back in action here at the NBC World Series at X Stadium. Hunter Jansen up to bat for the Kansas Cannons, facing Liam Hohenstein. Hohenstein starts off with a strike over the outside corner. Bottom of the 5th for the Cannons. 4-0 Cannons on 8 hits. And Jansen fouls it back. Jansen takes a ball inside. Hunter Jansen from Clovis, California, plays at Pepperdine. Got a single his last time up. Fouls that one back. Takes a ball, moves the count to 2-2. Fouls that one away down the third base line. Takes a ball to move the count full. Jansen tries to get on as the leadoff man for the Cannons here in the bottom of the fifth. And ball 4. Jansen reaches on a base on balls. It's going to bring up Owen Klein, the third baseman. Left-handed hitter as well. More action on the base pass for the Cannons. He takes a ball. Hohenstein sets, delivers, fouled back. Right on it by Klein. Move over to first by Hohenstein. Jansen easily back. Tries again. Jansen back again. Pitch misses high. Two-one count to Klein. Hohenstein sets. Ball 3. Owen Klein with a 3-1 count. Hunter Jansen on first. And that one misses for ball 4, and the Cannons have something going here in the bottom of the fifth with 2 on, nobody out. 2 straight base on balls for Hohenstein, and he now looks to face Tyson Noland, the DH, who has a base on balls and a single in the game. And some action in the bullpen for the Cougars. Nolan fouls it back. Fouls it back again. 0-2 count. Couple of good swings from Noland, though. Takes ball 1. Little high. Hohenstein looks for the sign. Noland out front, dribbles it to short. He'll make the play to first, but there's no play. It's an infield single for Noland, and all the runners advance. And that brings up Tyson Drake with the bases loaded. Don't look now, but a home run right now would end the game, the 8 after 5. Drake fouls it down the first base line.
Drake takes a fastball inside for a strike. 0-2 count. Dribbler back to the pitcher. He's got the force at home, and he'll take it and get the out on Hunter Jansen at home. So Drake will reach on a fielder's choice on the 1-2 putout. And everybody will move up a base except Jansen, who was put out at home. Base is still loaded for Mason Ray. He'll take a strike to start the count. Cannon's looking for a big hit here to bust things open. Mason Ray with a swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Hohenstein looked like he might have reached back for a little bit more there. And Ray fouls that one down the first base line. Fastball in at 90 miles an hour for Hohenstein there. And gets him with the off-speed pitch way out in front is Ray, and that's a strikeout for the second out of the inning. And now Carson Proct will look to get a 2-out hit to not let this bases-loaded situation go to waste. Proct with a base on ball and a single so far in the game. And he's out front on the off-speed pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Big differential between the fastball and the off-speed pitch there for Hohenstein. That one in at 73. Out front again on the off-speed. 0-2. Coach Phil Stevenson imploring Carson Proct to stay back and get a knock here with the bases loaded. And he'll foul one back down the first base line. Oh, 2 count. Proct ready for the delivery from Hohenstein. He dribbles one down the third base line, foul to stay alive. Hohenstein staying soft here to Proct. And strike three, swinging on another off-speed pitch to Proct. And that's going to be the third out of the inning. No runs on one hit and 3 men left for the Cannons. After 5, it's Cannons 4, Cougars 0.
And I have had a student in this very class.
Jay was drawing something up.
Cannon's back in the field with Garrett Vandevetter back on the mound for the top of the sixth. Cannon's leading 4-0. And Connor Westenberg, the leadoff man, leads off the sixth for the Cougars. Westenberg hits one out to Owen Klein, and he boots it for a leadoff air as Westenberg will reach on an E5 to start the inning. So Vandevetter will work with a man on first now. Jonathan Gonzalez, the second baseman, comes to the bat. He dribbles one back up the middle. Oh, and Proc tries to flip it with his glove back behind him to second instead of taking the sure out at first. And it doesn't get there. And now the Cougars, on two consecutive somewhat mistakes, have men on first and second. See how we score that one. As Vandevetter reaches back against Matt Bathauer. Bathauer swings and misses on the first pitch from Vandevetter. Vandevetter gets another strike on Bathauer with a swing and a miss. Bathauer back in the box now. Needs another ground ball. Strike three looking. Vandevetter paints the outside corner and strikes out Bathauer. That's Vandevetter's third K of the game. And that'll bring up Zeke Minich, the catcher. Ball gets away from Ray, and the runners will move up to second and third, taking the double play out of order. That's going to be a wild pitch. Minich fouls it back, 1-1 count. Minich fouls it back again. Open stance for Minich. Vandevetter comes set and delivers a ball. Strike three swinging on a tip, it looks like. And that's two outs for Vandevetter here in the top of the sixth as he looks to retire the Cougars' side. It's going to be Mike Bathauer now up for the Cougars. Hits it back up the middle. Proct ranges to his left. Throws it across to Jansen for the out. And with 0 runs on 1 hit and 2 left, after 5.5, it's Cannons 4, Cougars 0.
At Evergy, we're focused not just on what we power, but on who we power, right here in our community. We provide payment assistance to our neighbors who need it. Invest in organizations and people, creating opportunity for all to benefit. And volunteer our time around our hometown so that together we improve it. Because we're committed to spreading good energy throughout our community. Evergy, the utility company.
As the bottom of the 6th gets underway, we've got a new pitcher in for the Denver Cougars, JT Peliquin, righty from Lake Charles, Louisiana, McNeese State, pitching to Will Dixon, the leadoff man for the Cannons, to start the bottom of the 6th. Dixon will foul it off down the right field line. Dixon takes a strike, 1-2 count. Strike 3 looking for Dixon. His second looking strikeout of the evening. And that'll bring up Cale Blasey, who's got 3 singles on the day already. Already a 3-hit game. Looking to add another one. Blasey with a swing and a miss. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Cannons with a 4-0 lead. Just over an hour and a half into this one. 1-1 count. Strike 2. Takes high. Ball 2. 2-2. Blasey dribbles it down the first baseline. It'll be handled over there by Will Brassich, who steps on it himself for the 3 unassisted in the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Jack Wagner, the second baseman, who has a double, a fly out to right, and a swinging strikeout so far tonight. Wagner will look to get things going with 2 for the Cannons. Fouls it off down the third baseline. That one misses low for a 1-1 count. Fouled back. Strike 3 called on Jack Wagner, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for JT Peliquin. No hits, no runs, nobody left. After 6, Cannons 4, Cougars 0.
At Spirit, engineering is a key to defense success. Spirit Aerosystems engineers are leveraging commercial design-build expertise for defense programs. We move from design to development to the factory floor faster. At Spirit, engineers work with research and technology teams to develop new materials, apply factory automation, and build cost and production efficiencies into each project.
We're back for the 89th edition of the NBC World Series here at X Stadium. All games being played at X Stadium this year. And we've got Judah Wilbur in the box for the Denver Cougars in the top of the 7th, trying to get something going off of Garrett Vandevetter. Swing and a miss. And fouls that one back, moves the count to 0-2. Vandevetter scattered 5 hits so far over his first 6 innings. And that one's going to go out to Klein at third, who throws it across and pulls Hunter Jansen off the bag. He just rushed it a little bit, and that's going to be an E5. And that'll get Judah Wilbur to first base to start the inning. A few defensive miscues here for the Cannons in the last couple innings, making Van de Vetter work a little bit harder than he otherwise would have to. Bunt. And Ray pops out, fires to first for the out. Does accomplish the goal of moving Wilbur up to second. That was Lucero with the sacrifice bunt. And that brings up Will Brasich, the first baseman. Now Wilbur on second. Van de Vetter comes set. Delivers a strike. That one blocked by Ray. No advancement. Brasich hit into a 6-4-3 double play his last time up. Had an infield single his first time up. And he fouls one back down the third base line. And he strikes out looking. Will Brazel with the backwards K for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Jack Deere, who takes inside for ball one. Jack Deere looking for a 2-out hit to deliver a run here for the Cougars. Two-0 count. Over to third decline, and it goes under his glove. And that's going to score Wilbur. That's 3 miscues in the last 2 innings for Klein. I'm not sure they're going to score that in E5, and I tend to agree. As a run scores right under his glove, would have been the third out of the inning. Instead, Deere goes to first, and the Cougars are on the board for the first time tonight. And manager Phil Stevenson is going to come out to the mound to talk to Van de Vetter. A little action in the Cannons bullpen. They do have one right-hander throwing. Really nothing Van de Vetter can do there, but pitch count might be getting up there a little bit as well. And back in the box is Connor Westenberg, the leadoff man, against Van de Vetter. He fouls it off down the first base line. – 4-1 ball game. Cougars playing their way back in this thing. Pick the first from Vandevetter. See if Deer has any designs on running here. And that's going to be a foul back by Westenberg. Oh, 2 count, 2 down. Misses away, 1-2. Pick to first. Doesn't look like Deer was going anywhere. He calls himself safe. Down the third baseline. Klein smothers it and makes the throw across. And that's got to feel good for him to make a good play to end the inning after the way that inning played out. After 6.5, Cannons 4, Cougars 1.
We got here. All right, so we got a slice of outage alerts, heavy on the details for Jim. All right. Take it easy, Jim. Order up for Mia. Choose your rate plan, no cheese.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, here you go. Thank you, you too. One mobile app because you're always on the go for Anthony. How's it going, Mel?
How do you take your energy? With Evergy, you choose from our new tools and options built to work for you. Evergy, the utility company.
We're back with NBC Baseball at X Stadium. And we've got Hunter Jansen, the first baseman, coming to the plate for the Kansas Cannons in the bottom of the 7th with a 4-1 lead, facing JT Peliquin. Peliquin sets, delivers, ball 1. There's a foul ball back from Jansen. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. And they'll say not caught in the air, but 3 unassisted as Jansen grounds it over towards first base, and that is the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Owen Klein, the third baseman. Couple of defensive miscues in the last couple innings that caused the Cannons to give up a run. Klein will look up to make up for that here at the plate. He's got a couple of walks so far in the game. Takes a strike. 3 errors for the Cannons so far in the game, just 1 for the Cougars. Klein drives it out into left center. Outfielders are going back. Left fielder Jack Deere will take it and record the out. That brings up Tyson Noland, who's got a couple of singles and a walk in the game, reached base 3 times. Nolan takes a strike to start. Peliquin attacking the zone. There's a righty getting loose in the Cannons bullpen. We'll see if Van de Vetter comes out for one more. Strike 2 to Noland. And a weak grounder back to the pitcher. Peliquin will take it himself. 3 up, 3 down. No runs on no hits, nobody left. And after 7, it's Cannons 4, Cougars 1.
In Kansas, the oil and gas business is often a family business that can span generations.
We're a 4-generation Kansas oil family.
Oil and gas revenue supports our ranching and farming operations through good years and bad.
We work together as good stewards of the land.
You might be surprised to know there hasn't been one drop of groundwater pollution from hydraulic fracturing in Kansas over the past 40 years. Get the facts about Kansas oil and natural gas.
Oil and natural gas keeps this Kansas family
strong.
New pitcher into the game for the Kansas Cannons here in the top of the 8th. Number 23, Connor Woods from Winfield, Kansas, hometown, goes to Stephen F. Austin. And he will deliver from the right side to Jonathan Gonzalez to get the inning started. 1-0 count now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has reached on a base on balls and had an infield single his last time up. 2-0 count to get things started. Connor Woods will try to build on the great outing of Garrett Van de Vetter. Woods misses inside and goes to a 3-0 count on the first batter he faces. Strike 1 poured in, moves the count to 3-1. And that'll be a dribbler out to second. And Jack Wagner makes the play. moving to his left. Looks like he hobbled a little bit, but makes the play easily, and it's a 4-3 put out for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Matt Bathauer. He flies one down the third base line, and it's going to drift out of play. Bathauer batting from the left side, struck out looking his last time up. Also has a couple of flyouts, one to center and one to the third baseman. 1-1 count. That one will be fouled straight back towards the press box. Bathauer from Kingman, Arizona, goes to Adams State. Check swing. They'll say he didn't go. Would have been strike 3. Two count. Just misses to move the count full. And Bathauer will draw the walk. Couple of 3-ball counts already for Connor Woods, and now a walk. Now it's 1 out, 1 on for Zeke Minich, the catcher. He grounds it to third. Klein will throw it to second for 1. Over to first for 2. 5-4-3 double play turned masterfully by Jack Wagner in the middle over to Hunter Jansen. And that'll do it for the top of the 8th. Nobody left on 1 base on ball, no hits. Cannons 4, Cougars 1.
And I have had a student in this very class.
Jay was drawing something up. We're back with NBC Baseball. JT Peloquin comes back out for his 3rd inning of work for the Cougars. He's held the Cannons right where they are. The Cannons have a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th with Tyson Drake coming up to bat for the Cannons. Looking to add some insurance before they head out for the top of the 9th and try to close this one out. Tyson Drake will bat from the left side. Does not have a hit tonight yet. Peliquan has had 2 straight 1-2-3 innings. And Drake swings and misses. Ever since the Cannons loaded the bases in the 5th and didn't score a run, they've been pretty silent on the offensive side. Takes high. 1-2. And he'll fly that one out to left field. Jack Deere camps underneath it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That brings up Mason Ray, the catcher. He's K'd his last 2 times up, had a double his first time up. Ray takes a strike to start. Ray from Melbourne, Australia. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Takes outside, ball 1. Peliquan trying to hold the Cannons right here to give the Cougars a chance in the 9th. Defensive swing and fought off by Ray. Better swing that time, fouls it straight back again. Takes for a ball. 2-2's the count. And fouls it down the third base line. Coach Stevenson thinks about fielding it, but thinks better of it. Of course, Phil Stevenson, Wichita State legend, head coach of the Kansas Cannons, former Major League player as well. He'll take for a ball, 3-2 count, payoff pitch on the way. And it's a dribbler over to Brazel, who flips it to Peliquan for the out. 3-1 put out for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up shortstop Carson Procht, who has a walk and a hit on the day, struck out his last time up. Hasn't batted since the last out of the 5th, as the Cannons have been held pretty much in check since Peliquan came in. Proct with a swing and a miss. Ball high and inside, 2-1. Ball outside, 3-1 count to Proct. Proct looks to reach base for the third time tonight, batting out of the 9-hole. And takes a strike. 3-2 count. And ball 4. Proct will reach for the third time tonight on a base on balls, with 2 base on balls and 1 hit in the game. And that'll bring up the top of the order, Will Dixon. Dixon with a couple of looking strikeouts his last 2 times up. Also hit into a double play and flew out to second tonight. He'll get ahead in the count 1-0. I'm sure Coach Stevenson would love an insurance run here before heading to the top of the 9th. And Dixon drives one between the 5-6 hole for a base hit into left field. That'll move Proct over to second and bring up Cale Blasey, who looks for his 4th hit of the night. He had 3 singles his first 3 times up. Grounded out to first his last time up. With an RBI opportunity here. And grounds that one to first. He'll flip it to Peliquin, who drops it. And they caught Dixon rounded second hard, not realizing what was going on, but he gets back in time, and that's going to be an E-somebody. E1, yeah, that's what I was thinking. E1 on the pitcher, dropping the flip there. And Cale Blasey reaches base for the 4th time tonight. And that'll bring up Jack Wagner with the bases loaded. Wagner, the 3-hole hitter, K'd his last 2 times up, has a fly out to right and a double so far in the game. Takes high, ball 1. Tough air for Peliquin after pitching so well for the last 3 innings. And Wagner grounds it to short, gets through, out into center field, and the Cannons will score 2 on the play. Oh, and that's going to be Blasey advancing to third as the throw gets away. So the Cannons will score 2. Proct and Dixon come around, and they take a 6-1 lead now on the base hit by Wagner. Now runners on first and third for Hunter Jansen. Jansen will foul it off down the left field line. Jansen takes a strike. Looking to do some damage here with runners on first and third and 2 outs, but it's an 0-2 count now. And Jansen pulls one hard but well fouled down the first base line. Turned on it. Jansen, the first baseman. And he pulls another one down the right field line, but foul. That one ricochets over into the bullpen down the first base line. That one he takes, and a delayed steal by Wagner, and he reaches second on the delayed steal. Now runners at second and third, a chance to drive in 2 for Jansen. Second baseman playing deep out on the outfield grass. Jansen turns on it. That's going to be deep to right field. It's going back, and it's off the top of the wall. That was almost a 3-run home run to end the game, but it goes off the top of the wall, and Jansen will settle for a double. Now 8-1 Cannons as Jansen turned on one, and it literally hit the yellow tape on top of the wall, but didn't quite get out of here over the right field fence. And that'll bring up Owen Klein, who's had a few miscues in the field today. Would love to get a knock here to finish this one off. And he drives one into left, in the left center gap. Center fielder going hard, left fielder going hard, and he makes the catch. That's going to be Jack Deere in left making the catch to end the inning. But not before some damage is done. 4 more for the Cannons, and they take an 8-1 lead into the top of the ninth.
At Spirit, engineering is a key to defense success. Spirit Aerosystems engineers are leveraging commercial design-build expertise for defense programs. We move from design to development to the factory floor faster. At Spirit, engineers work with research and technology teams to develop new materials, apply factory automation, and build cost and production efficiencies into each project.
New pitcher for the Cannons, Jake Schultz from Towanda, Kansas, goes to Emporia State. Will face Mike Bathauer to start the top of the ninth with an 8-1 cushion. Bathauer takes a strike from Schultz. Next one misses, 1-1 count. Schultz would love to have a quick outing here and get the Cannons out of here with the first victory in pool play. Swing and a foul back. 1-2 count. And strike 3 swinging from Schultz as Bathauer goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Judah Wilbur. Schultz misses high. Strike 1 over the outside corner. That one skied down the third baseline and drifts out of play with Owen Klein and Mason Ray both giving chase and watching it sail out of play. One down here in the top of the ninth as the Cannons try to close out the first victory of pool play on day 1 of the NBC tournament. And that one's popped down the first baseline this time. And this time there's room for catcher Mason Ray to make the catch for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Seth Lucero, who had a sac bunt his last time up, has a single and a strikeout in the game. He's the last hope for the Denver Cougars to keep this alive as the Cannons lead 8-1 with 2 outs in the top of the ninth. Lucero flies it over towards third. Klein under it, makes the catch in foul territory for the third out of the ninth and the final out of the game. And that's going to do it for the ball game. The Cannons win 8-1. Cannons 8 runs on 13 hits and 3 errors. The Cougars, Denver Cougars, 1 run on 5 hits and 3 errors. And the Cannons get the victory on the first night of pool play here at the NBC World Series. And that's going to do it for the 4 games today in the NBC World Series. Thanks for watching on BC TV. Cannons 8, Cougars 1. We'll see you tomorrow.